I never dreamed of becoming an astronaut. In my youth, I had other priorities, family, work, a stable life. But at 55, my world changed so suddenly that even now, it feels like a dream. It all started with a simple online ad, seeking volunteers for a commercial spaceflight. I had heard about private space companies before, but I never thought an ordinary person like me could go to space. I applied just for fun. 2 weeks later, I got a call. "You've passed the first round. Are you ready for the tests?" At that moment, I felt my heart skip a beat. Me? In space? It seemed absurd, but the voice on the phone sounded serious. For the next 3 months, my life became an endless series of training sessions. We learned how to handle gravity shifts, endure extreme G-forces, and adapt to zero gravity. The training was brutal. "If you have claustrophobia, forget about space," the instructor warned us. I realized even the simplest tasks, like drinking water, became challenges in microgravity. Every drop floated freely, forcing us to chase it down with our mouths. The night before launch, they took us outside to stare at the stars. I looked up and thought, tomorrow, I'll be up there. Launch day. My heart was pounding. The cabin held 3 passengers and 2 pilots. 3, 2, 1, lift off. The force pressed me into my seat. Earth disappeared from view. Minutes later, my weight vanished. I unstrapped myself and floated. My first thought, so this is what zero gravity feels like. My second, Earth looks so tiny from up here. Then came the moment I had dreamed about since training, the view. Looking out of the window, I saw our planet, blue and fragile, surrounded by the infinite darkness of space. I felt something indescribable, something between awe and fear. We were supposed to conduct simple experiments, observe how liquids behave in zero gravity, measure radiation levels, and take pictures. But then, something happened that we were never prepared for. We were flying over the dark side of the Earth when an unusual signal appeared on the radar. "What is that?" one of the pilots asked. "Unknown, not in any official records." We peered out the window, and suddenly, something emerged from the darkness. It wasn't a meteor. It wasn't a satellite. It moved against the laws of physics without any visible propulsion. "Control, we have an unidentified object," the pilot reported. Silence. The radio was dead. The object hovered a few kilometers away. Then we saw lights, blinking almost like a signal. At that moment, an overwhelming feeling washed over me. We were being watched. I pressed my forehead against the glass, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. The shape of the object was unlike anything I had ever seen. It was neither round nor angular, but seemed to shift, as if its structure was fluid, adapting to space itself. Then, without warning, the lights intensified. A flash. For a split second, I saw something. Symbols, a message, a vision. It was as if the object had transmitted something directly into my mind. And then, nothing. The object vanished. The radio crackled back to life. "Are you okay up there?" "We saw something." Silence. Then a firm response. "Everything you saw stays between us. Do you understand?" I understood. There's something they're not telling us. Back on Earth, they welcomed us as heroes. But in the official reports, there was no mention of the object. The media only covered the success of space tourism. I tried to forget, but every night I found myself staring at the stars, wondering, what if something is staring back? Then one day, I received an email. No sender, no subject, just a single sentence. Look up at the sky tomorrow at 3:42 a.m. Would you dare to go to space? Blast off